So what the thing involved here? I need to first go to ARS write and request for this AD application. If you want to have this AD application requestable, so that means you are requesting for endpoint always okay. Remember, if you go to your ARS and try to search any application, write that application, the name. It is endpoint. So we discuss right what is endpoint and what is your security system right. So we have to build up an endpoint, write this endpoint which will be residing under your security system. But remember one thing, to this endpoint or this security system, right, it is what we call, it is not complete without your connection. Right. In the connection only, I am going to mention right what will be my parameter or the validation data which I am going to send to this target application. So if I go to provision, for provisioning ARS and submit the AD in between, it is going to ask me, what is the user, or who is the user for whom you are trying to request for this AD application. So that user information right I am going to pass so that the account would be created. So how it is going to pass right? So, in the same format, we say yesterday, right, we will have a create account JSON. Same. Like we discuss in database. So in this create account JSON, you will have a mapping right. In the mapping it is like it will be right side. It will be containing your AD attribute, right AD attribute, and in the left side will have your Saviynt attribute. So this Saviynt attribute and with the AD attribute I am, giving, I am telling that this AD of sorry. So this Saviynt attribute of this value should go to AD attribute of this value. So let's say I'll say, like that, say Saviynt first name, right, this first name attribute of Saviynt should go to given name attribute. Given name attribute of your AD. So this is how I am going to map things for my create account JSON of your AD. So let's go to our AD application and see how we will be doing the provisioning. I'm just refreshing the connection again. Okay, so this is our Active Directory demo right and here for provisioning purpose. So you see, this create account JSON, right? Basically this creates account JSON. It will try to provision user in my target AD. So these are the value right what I'm passing here. Basically, if you go to a document, right. This is a document, just search for. This is your AD attribute document. And go Ctrl F, create account right or copy the name directly from here. Okay, so create an account in the target address. Specify the value in create account, JSON parameter. So this is the syntax of the JSON. It is telling, right. It should be this way, right. And yeah, it has all the filters. Just copy this value right. A copy up to down. After copying, take it back right. So I believe this was for your user input. Let me save this one first. Then I will be mentioning create account, JSON. And copy it. OK. So these are the attribute right which I'm leveraging right for your create account of your JSON. So basically, when I'm passing any value or trying to create account in my AD, so I should pass the value account x, bar equal to 0. So I'm basically telling the account is not expire. So this is a hard code, value, right. And if you see this common name right. So basically, we are giving in a dollar symbol, right? So why this dollar symbol right? So always remember if you want to pass a right, dynamic value. So this is not a constant value right for dynamic value. It will always pass inside a dollar right dollar symbol with their under curly braces inside that right. You just pass the object name and the attribute. Which attribute should go to it? So basically see, I'm just giving the value of user that country to my country attribute. So these left attribute like C, in your country the department is playing employee, employee number, employee type, all this attribute, right? This is your Active Directory attribute and the mapping attribute of your right side. That is right. This value basically belongs to user table. So from the user table write all this employee display name and department name, your email. We are passing to you this corresponding attribute. So what does this user? So in saving it, write if you want to refer a table, so if you remember in your Java concept, write wherever if you go to java.net, it work on a object-oriented principle. So anything is there you to call through the object name. So just for that right, we have been different, many table defined. Inside your saving, we have here. For user holding user, we have user table, and similarly for holding your account information, we have account table. So it is telling you have to use the user object to get the value of your user table, even what document right, what binding variable it is required. I think it should be somewhere it is placed and we have already seen that right in our database integration. We saw how what our other objects are allowed here. So this document is not fully printed actually. That is why it's not showing the correct value. So let's validate if all this attribute for us, it is present in our target ID or not, right? So go to your Apache directory, write how you can open the connection. So simple. The connection will be already enclosed sometime. You have to just open the Apache directory here. Right-click, open connection right. So once you open the connection, just expand this right. So if you wanted to search any user, because in the real time you will have a lot of user here and the might be the CN equal to user or CN equal to computer, how you going to refer a user? Let's say, if I want to refer this user, Kevin Sun. So for this reference of this user, simple, you should have the some account name with right. How you going to search here? Go to here, right click, do a quick search, click or else select it. Press Ctrl+X. So this search window will open for you. So just in the filter select everything OK and type SA, that is some account name. Hit enter. Give a equal symbol and give your some account name and search it. So wherever the record is right, it will give you and it will tell you where this user is coming. So basically, this user is coming. Kevin, Sun, it is coming from your base domain, or this. You know that is for your from saviynt.com.saviynt, and it is under your root directory. That is cn equal to user. So click here and the user will open right. So we have the user details for us. Now we are going to search all this attribute.